So welcome everybody. My name is Linda and this is your yoga practice. So today I thought it might be fun to do what I call midday body lengthening practice. So just imagine whatever you've been doing, you feel sort of you've been sitting still or you feel compressed somehow. Maybe you've been on a long drive and you just got home, or you've been at your desk for a long time, or maybe you've just been sitting somewhere for a long time and you need to get some more energy, you need to find a little bit more length in the body, a little bit more space in the body, and hopefully this practice will get you that. So we're going to start standing, and always a nice little piece at the beginning of a practice to connect with your breath. It's like connecting with your life force and just really allowing yourself to become inward focused for a little bit, and maybe appreciate, maybe a little gratitude, whatever comes into your psyche as you're practicing your breath. So we're going to start with the right hand palm up just below the belly button, and we're going to inhale, lift arm up. And as we exhale, we're going to come down the middle of the body. And then change hands. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, coming down the midline. And then shift that. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale. And other side. Inhaling to this centering, grounding breath practice. It's always nice when you're finished with a breath practice just to notice how that feels in your body. But I always find that one allows me to become a little bit more focused and a little bit more inward centric, so I'm just more aware of how I'm feeling inside. So next, just starting with this light opening into the joints, a little bit of bounce. And any way you like. There's no prescription for how this looks. You're just looking to gently bounce into all the joints. The jaws are relaxed. The neck is soft. There's a nice sweet gaze on your face, indicating to the rest of the body it's safe to open. Shoulders relaxed, elbows soft, wrists floppy, fingers relaxed, hips just enjoying the gentle bounce, same as the knees and the ankles, and the toes are sort of appreciating this little bit of energy. And with this light bouncing, you're also opening up energy pathways in the body, which can get stuck, particularly if you've been sedentary for even more than 20 minutes. And particularly if you've been studying or working hard and you get lots of tension in the neck and the shoulders and the back. So letting that be as bouncy and free as you can, and then just gently, slowly letting yourself come into stillness. And then notice sensation within. Maybe you can feel the vibration. Maybe you can feel blood flowing just a little bit better. Whatever you notice is a great way to make that mind-body connection that we oftentimes can lose. And so nice big breath in. And exhale. Even that can be energizing, just taking a nice deep breath. So next, we're going to create a little bit of swing. Feet are about hip width apart, and they stay rooted into the floor as you swing the arms from side to side. And let the arms take the trunk to one side and then to the other. Again, jaws are relaxed. We're not trying hard here, but we do want some energy in this. So we don't want to just, arms kind of flopping. We do want a nice big swing. And this does a lovely job of unwinding the lower back, starting to create some space that you can lose when you sit for a long time. And this unwinding can radiate up the spine into the thoracic spine, the cervical spine. So just allowing this nice opening, and let it be free, and allowing your body to move however it would move when you do this arm swing. And then as with the bouncing, we're just going to bring this down into stillness slowly. Yeah, take another breath in and out. And the neck can get very stiff when we sit or are still for a while. So with the jaws relaxed, just bring the chin into the chest and just let the weight of your head allow a nice opening through the cervical spine. You're just kind of hanging out here, and then slowly bring your gaze forward and then just tilt the chin up slightly. So a little bit of extension here, and then coming back down. Again, keeping the jaws released from one another, and then coming back up. And just gently turning the head from side to side as you invite this lengthening to come into the neck. And maybe even ear to shoulder. I kind of felt like I needed that there, so I added that. It's nice to do that, listening to your body. And whenever it sort of speaks to you, it's probably a good idea to listen. And there, yeah. Oof. Then we're going to open up the feet. It's going from the top to the bottom, coming into a little bit of balance into the right leg, and just little ankle circles going both ways. And you can always do the balance with a handhold to the wall if you prefer. And sometimes even the ankles get a little jammed when you're still. And again, going both ways with the circles. And then coming back into flat feet, we're going to curl the toes up and then see if we can spread them wide. And then toes curl, draw down and hug into the floor. And then relax those, come up on the toes with the little heel raise. Same thing again. Bring the toes up, spread them wide. Draw them back down, hug them in, and then come up on the toes. Last time. Curl the toes up, spread them, draw them down and in, come up on the toes. Yeah, and then maybe just a little light bounce into that. And so then creating a little bit bigger movement, but also a nice focus on the breath, coming into French press. So feet are a little wider than the hips, toes ankle out. So when we bend into the knees, we track over the toes. So we're nicely supported in the joints. It's a good thing anytime, but particularly when the body's a little jammed and compressed from being still and in one position for too long. So as we inhale, arms are going to come up. Exhale, bring the fingertips together and draw palms down as you bend into the knees. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. This time, if you like, you can bring your gaze up. And exhale, come down. You're a little more activated when the gaze is lifted. So if you're trying to find energy, not a bad thing to do. Lift your gaze up. Exhale, come back down. And then just find your own pace. I'm cueing at the pace of my own breath, but if you want to go at the pace of your breath, so as well as the breath, we're also starting to open up the hips, knees, and ankles a little bit deeper, as well as the shoulders. Last one, inhale, and exhale, come down. We're going to keep the legs in this position and allow ourselves to come into a nice easy sunflower. So inhale, arms up. And exhale, bend into the knees, cross the arms, inhale up. Exhale, come down. And again, find your pace. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one last time, inhale up. And exhale down. And then hands to heart center. So keeping the legs here, maybe you just want to wiggle the toes a little bit if you feel like you're getting a bit stuck there. And we're going to bend back into the knees. And then press back up. This time we're going to bend into the left knee, bring the left arm up. And then come over with the weight into the right foot. Bring left elbow toward right knee. Come back up, and then left arm reaches over. So this time, weight coming into the bending right knee, right arm up. Then we shift the weight over to the left knee, right elbow to left knee. Come back up, right arm over. And then again, weight into left leg, left knee bends, left arm up. Then left elbow draws over to right knee as we bring the weight into the right leg. Coming up and left arm reaches over. There, I felt like I could go just a little bit more there. Notice that for yourself. Then bring the weight into the bending right knee, right arm up. Shift the weight to the left leg, bend into the left knee, bring right elbow to left knee. Come back up and reach over. Oh, boy, that feels very, very nice. And then heel toe the feet in. Nice little massage for the heels and the toes. So next one is a really big opener for the shoulders, also for the neck, upper back, thoracic back. And I call this swimming arms. And so swimming arms, I just have a nice comfortable stance. One foot's a little ahead of the other, so I'm gonna bring my right foot just a little ahead of the other. And you may shift your stance to support this movement, but we're gonna imagine we're doing a front crawl, swimming freestyle. So we're gonna bring that left arm up, big circle, and we're gonna dive forward. And then bring the right arm up and bring it forward. So this time when I bring that left arm up, I'm just gonna gently bring my right hand into my left waist. And then likewise, other side, as I bring the right arm up, my left hand comes to my right waist. And I'm just gonna bring a little bit of flow into this. Feeling this sensation of a big arm swing with the intention of doing a little swim. So I like the imagery. I actually can picture myself in the pool or in a body of water somewhere as I'm reaching forward to create this beautiful front crawl. And then backstroke, so same thing here. Again, think about your feet if you want to adjust them somehow. I'm going to bring a left arm back and bring that right arm to waist. Then bring that right arm back, left arm to waist. And I'm just going to find the flow of that. And I do this one a little slower because it is a big range of motion movement through the shoulder. And I'm trying to keep my jaws relaxed. I like to smile a lot. It's a nice way for me to keep the bottom jaw a little soft and released from the upper jaw. I can do one more each side. And then just come out of that stance again. Just notice how it feels. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Standing cat-cow, beautiful for the spine. So feet just a little wider than the hips apart, or maybe you like them right underneath the hips. That's a nice noticing. If you get cued into a particular position, it just doesn't feel right for you, let yourself adjust until it does feel right for you. So hands on the thighs as the knees bend here. As we inhale, curl your gaze forward, let your belly go soft and spread your hips wide. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. One more, inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Then coming back here, bending into the knees, awareness on the left hip. We're going to take the left hip back and extend fully through the left knee and bring the left arm up. And I'm nicely supported here with the right hand on the right thigh. And then I come back to center, bend into both knees, then take the right hip back, right knee fully extends, and I'm going to bring the right arm up. And then come back to center, knees nicely bent, and then take that left hip back, left arm up. Through center, both knees bent, and take the right hip back and right arm up. And nice little bounce here, and then inhale, come all the way up. Hands to heart. Oh. So, I'm going to do a little bit more opening here for the hips. This is nice, particularly if you've been sitting and the hips get locked. And if you do too much of that, you get very short through the hip flexor. So, This is a nice one to remind the body about the ability to turn the hip inward and outward. And I call these figure eights. Again, these are nice to do either in the balancing position or, if you like, with a nice little hand hold, so you don't have to worry about the balancing part. So deciding for yourself what's going to work best for you. I'm going to balance into the right foot, a little micro bend in the right knee, so I keep that muscular engagement around the knee joint. And I'm going to keep a focus on the floor in front of me. My left leg comes up, and with my left knee, I'm going to draw the number 8 in space. And so coming into inward rotation, then outward rotation. Inward, outward, inward, outward, inward, outward, inward, outward. And then just shake it out. And another side. Again, using the hand hold, if that works for you today. A micro bend in that left knee. Right leg comes up. I'm looking at the floor, and I'm going to come into my figure 8 in space with the right knee. Just enjoying the hip ability to turn in and turn out. I'm always so gratified when I do this because I think to myself, yay, I can do this. Nice, big, beautiful movement in the hips. And last one. Yeah. And then just walk up forward and back. Sometimes in a balancing movement, you might feel like you get a little tense. If that's your experience, then let yourself like either shake it out, or sometimes I'll walk it out, or I'll walk in a circle, just to let my body kind of let that tension flesh out a little bit. I don't want to carry it with me through the rest of the practice. So this one's called the discus throw. This is beautiful for fascial hydration. Actually, all of these movements are, whenever you move the body, you're hydrating the fascia that supports and connects everything in the body. So here, feet are a little bit of there's a little wider stance, and I'm going to have my toes sort of pointed to the right a little bit. Just feels better in my body. When you start doing this, just notice where you like your feet. And so I'm going to bring left hand down to the outside of my right foot, and then come back up and reach the right arm over to the left. So coming down to the right and reaching up to the left. And I'm going to find a little bit of pace with this. And I'm also going to see if when I come down, I can come on that back toe, just making for a little bit more interesting movement for the fascia. Continuing to breathe. I like to inhale as I come up, and I'm exhaling as I come down. And one more, and exhale. So if these movements don't open up your body, I don't know what will. And so here on the other side, so I'm just going to take my toes slightly to the other side, and I'm going to bring right hand down and over toward the outside of the left foot. Come back up, left arm reaches right. So, discus throw. When I come down, that left arm is coming back, so I'm still getting this nice movement and rotation in the top shoulder. And inhaling and exhaling. And one more time. And exhale. And come up. And taking a breath in. And exhale, hands to heart. So another little balancing move here along with the breath. So breath, very, very enlivening whenever you can practice a deeper breath. That alone is one way to try and open up the body. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, bring the arms up and come up on the toes. As we exhale, we come flat-footed, bend into the knees and sweep the arms back. And it's a big active breath, so it's like this. And last one. Yeah. Woo. So nice to expand the lungs, the rib cage, get a little balancing involved, and yeah, open up the whole body. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, hands to heart. So, here's a nice little thing to think about. Whenever you have to come into a balancing move, it's really nice to cross the midline of the body, this imaginary line that runs down the body. And why is this? Because of course we have two hemispheres in the brain, and one hemisphere operates one side of the body, the other hemisphere operates the other side of the body. You can run on one hemisphere, but you want to be able to run on both, particularly if you're having to do something where you need to be really focused, really have a lot of mental acuity. And a nice way to do that is just crossing the midline. So arms out and just cross the arms in front, open them again, cross again, open. Anytime you cross the midline, it's a nice way to fire up both sides of the brain. And why I brought this in here now is because we're going to do a little bit of balancing, and it's really nice to have both hemispheres awake when that happens, or when you're asking yourself to come into balancing acts. So this one, we're going to come into stand in, bring the leg out in front, come into an easy warrior three, then come into a chair, flying chair, and come up. So I'll show you each one of these. You can do one together, 2, 3, the whole group, doesn't matter. Just go where you want to go today. So we've opened up the body nicely here so we can work it a little bit. So I'm going to balance into my right foot, and I'm going to inhale, bring the arms up and bring the left leg up, and I'm flexing the left foot, then extending the left leg out. Then I'm going to bring the leg back, arms come down, I'm going to pivot at the hips, bring my trunk forward, left leg back, arms back into gentle warrior three, and then I'm going to bring the left foot down, come into a chair, and then come into flying chair. I'm going to sweep the arms behind me, come up on the toes. And then bring the heels back down and come into mountain. So let's try that on the other side. Nice little movement flow that not only gets the body going, but also you're working your brain, your focus. And here we go. Bouncing into the left leg. And bring the arms up with the right leg. Right foot flexes. You're a little more strong muscularly when the foot flexes. Extend the leg out. Nice. Bring it back in. Arms come down. Pivot through the hips. Trunk forward. Right leg back. Arms back into gentle warrior three. And then bring that foot down. And come into chair pose. And then flying chair. Sweep the arms up behind. Come up on the toes. And then bring the heels back down to root, arms come up, and exhale, hands to heart. Then we're going to come into a big, beautiful breath. Really enliven the body. And this is where we inhale, arms up. Breathing in through the nose and exhale through the mouth, arms down. Big bend in the knees. So it looks and sounds like this. Two more. And then coming up. Hands to heart. So, one last little piece before we come into our final breath pattern. Feet are comfortably apart. You're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend the knees, then take the hips up as you find your forward fold. And when forward fold, some people love to extend through the knees. I always keep a little micro bend in the knees. Feels good in the lower lumbar for me. And let the arms hang. Let the head dangle. Then inhale to halfway where you do extend through the knees. Lift the arms up. Palms reach for the sky. Shoulder blades draw in toward one another. And come back into forward fold. As we just hang out here for a couple of beats. Head hangs heavy, arms are dangling. You can just sweep the arms from side to side if you like, or just hang still. And just giving a little boost to the flow of blood. Yeah. And then bend the knees really deep. Press into powerful feet as you power up. And hands to heart. So, completing our practice today for midday body lengthening, comfortable stance, and we're going to inhale, palms up to the sky, and then exhale, palms come down. Inhale through the nose, arms up. Exhale through the mouth, palms down. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. And bring your hands to heart center, and then just bow gently into yourself and into the love and light within you. It's always a privilege for me to teach, so thank you for that. And the love and light within me honors the love and light within you. Namaste. And we'll see you next week.